vegetarians live longer. It's funny that such a supposedly prestigious organization would be using their own books as a resource to prove their points. I mean, that's just silly. Wise Traditions is written by Sally Fallon. She's not a doctor. It's got horrible sources in itself. And you don't use, when you're making these types of claims, you don't just source a book. Anybody can write a book. You want to use the peer-reviewed journals, like everybody talks about, is so important. Okay, so we've got one, we're talking about soy and how soy actually increases the body's need for B12. And they're citing Chemistry and Technology, Volume 1. So let's see if we can check this out. So again, what we have here is not a peer-reviewed study. This is just a simple book. And of course, it's not peer-reviewed, okay? It's not peer-reviewed. People say that all the time about the China study, and that's why you can't trust it. Well, guess what? It goes both ways. The same people that are trying to say, oh, the China study is not peer-reviewed, trying to use unpeer-reviewed sources for their supposed scientific evidence. Whatever. Volume 1, again, 1972, using research to prove their points that's over 40 years old. I mean, come on. This is crazy.
So here we are at Mercola, his website. And he, of course, is backing up the Weston A. Price. But he's also using Weston A. Price as a source here. So, we obviously can't use that. It doesn't really help us at all. Now, let's check out what the Vegan Society has to say about it. What every vegan should know about vitamin B12. They're talking about, check labels. Let's see. Okay, well, they're saying that very low B12 can actually be helped, that the only reliable vegan sources of B12 are actually soy products. Look at that, very interesting. And they are fortified, but still we know from science that that actually works. Who to believe? Let's check out this Pop Sugar article, see what they have to say about this. Vitamin B deficiency is rare, but it is essential. So it's important to get enough. It's not in tempeh. They're saying fermented soy foods like tempeh and miso are actually not a good source of vitamin B12 because of the amount of vitamin they do is inactive. Let's see what their source is. Not a good vitamin source of B12. And we're at the McKinley Health Center, Being Vegetarian Eating Packet. Consider a supplement. Look for fortified cereals, soy milk, or veggie burger patties. Read the label. Tells you what kind. Know that the B12 in seaweed, algae, spirulina, and fermented products like miso and tempeh is not the form that is easiest to use, so not really good sources. Nutritional yeast can be a source of B12, but baker's yeast is not grown in order to have B12. Read your labels. Okay, so there you have it. Seemingly unbiased Illinois urban champagne, yada yada yada. Fortified cereal. So basically, eat your soy, eat your fortified soy. That's what we're learning here, right? So that's pretty much the list, guys. I searched for it and I can't really find anybody saying that at all, except for the people that are quoting the Weston A. Price Foundation. So I think that's really funny. Search for it yourself. Let me know what you guys think about this. So yeah, keep eating your soy, guys. There's no information on this except for coming from the Weston A. Price Foundation. I haven't bought the Weston A. Price website membership or whatever, and I'm not about to, just to get this bullshit research where they're quoting themselves. I mean, if they had a better source, they would definitely post it there. So, just another one bites the dust, Weston A. Price. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? Nothing, like you always do? You never answer any Facebook or Twitter posts that I post to you guys. You don't do anything. So we'll just let the people decide for themselves. All right, guys, let's wake up here. Let's get smart. Get on the ball here. Eat your plant food and don't forget to eat your fruit. Mwah.